Hello friends, welcome back. So what we are going to learn today, we are going to learn the kind of files we have in the Linux system. They're like regular files, directory files, block files, and character files. We are also going to learn how to create a directory using makedir command, and also how to remove a directory using rm command. How we create a file, that's what we are going to learn today using touch command. And we are also going to learn about some compression tools, some wonderful compression tools that are available in Linux system, gzip and tar. So let's get started. Okay, so the first command we are going to learn today is rmdir, sorry, mkdir. This command is actually used to create a new directory. Let me create a directory with the name Linux. As you can see, the directory has been created. But this is a blank directory. We don't have any subdirectories in this directory. How shall we create a subdirectory here? Let me delete this one, or simply use the command rmdir linux. What if I want to create a directory with several subdirectories into it? We often need such directories, such folders which has subfolders in it. So how to do that in Linux using command line? Obviously, we can do that using the graphical user interface, but I want to get it done through command line. Let me show you how to get it done. We will use -p option here, and we're gonna create Linux as a parent folder, Debian as a subfolder, and then Kali Linux as another folder to that subfolder. Okay, so it's a tree-like structure that we are gonna create. Let's see what happens when I enter this command. Okay, so we have this folder created here. Now if I open that, I see a Debian folder. Again, if I open that, I can see a Kali Linux folder. Okay, that's what we wanted. You can also verify that here using the tree command. As you can see here, the Linux is the parent directory, Debian is the subdirectory, and the Kali Linux is the subdirectory for Debian folder. Great. Let me clear the screen. So we just saw how we can actually remove the directory. Let me try that again. rmdir linux. Oh, it's not working now. So we just saw that we were able to remove the blank directory, but somehow the directory with folders, the subfolders, we are not able to delete that using rmdi command. So what shall we do? We have rm minus r. R stands for recurring, rm stands for remove, and then the name of the folder that we want to remove. Let's press enter. Great. So now we are able to delete the directory. So that's one of the easier commands for us to learn, the make directory that we are going to use quite often. The next command that we are going to learn is how to create a file using touch. Okay, so we are now going to create files. Now if you are coming from Windows background, you must know that we have text files in Windows. Now in Linux we don't have .txt extension, but we can create the similar text files here. How to do that? It's simple. Just type in touch and the name of the file you want to create. Let's say I want to create a file Linux. Okay, as you can see, the file has been created, but there is nothing in that file. Okay, so let's open a simple editor here. Let me open that editor using nano command. Now using nano, we can actually add contents to that file. So hello world, welcome to CyberHub. We just added content to our profile. Okay, now you can open that file and see that the content that we just added using the command line has been added now. You can also view the content using the cat command. So far we have learned how to create a directory, how to remove a directory, how to create a directory with subdirectories, and how to remove them as well. We also learned how to create a file, a text file, how to read the contents of the text file, how to actually add contents to the text file. So let's remove these text file that we just created, Linux, and you can remove multiple files. Let's see, these are the two files that I want to remove. So I'm just typing the names of these files and giving them as arguments to our rm command. Okay, I'm sorry, I just misspelled that. So let me remove that. So please note that the Linux is actually case sensitive. In this example, you just saw that I typed H in lowercase, but the file that we created is in uppercase, so we got an error. I'm going to remove that again using uppercases. So we are now able to remove that file. Okay, so now we are gonna learn how to compress a given file. We can do that using gzip command. First, let's create a file. Let's create hello world file. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly add some content to this file. Okay, I've copied something from the internet, and let's open it in an editor, nano editor. I'm gonna simply paste it here. I have pasted something about Kali Linux here. Now press Ctrl X to exit that, hit Y and press enter. Okay, now you can see that the file has been created and we have also added some content to that file. Let's check the attributes of this file now using ls-ltr. As you can see, we have 751 bytes of data here. So now we want to compress this file. What shall we do? Use gzip. It's a very handy tool. Give the name of the command as an argument, give the name of the file as an argument here. Hit enter. Now you can see a gzip file has been created here. Now let's check the attributes here. Were we able to compress that file or not? Okay. Remember, whenever you create a gzip file, it add gz extension here. As you can see in a previous file, the uncompressed file, it was 751. It was showing 751 here. But now, since we have compressed that file, it's showing 454. We actually compress files to save disk on our space, save disk space, as well as some of the mail system do not let us attach bigger files. So these tools can come handy if you really want to compress our files. So let's learn another tool called tar, which is again used to compress the files. So using tar, I will show you how you can compress the entire directory. Let's first create a directory here. First clear the screen and let me create a directory with several subdirectories into it. We know how to do that. -p, A is the parent directory, B, C, D, E. Okay, so all these directories have been created. Let me verify that using the tree command. As you can see, we have created a directory with subdirectory B, C, D, and E in it. Now we want to compress that and create a single file using tar. Why we need that? What if we want to send a file and tar helps us to completely convert all these directories into a file so that we can mail it or we can compress it, whatever we want to do. We have already used zip feature in Windows system, so we are already familiar with these concepts. Let's see how we can do that in Linux. Simple. Tar minus cvf. These are the options that we can give to our tar command. C stands for create, V for verbose, and F for the file name. So let's create a file named a.tar, and we are gonna give our directory A to it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so our tar file has been created. Great. So that's how you can create a simple tar file. And what if we want to check, what is the content of that tar file? Somebody has sent you a tar file and you want to check what all contents do we have in that file. So how to do that? Simple. Just use tar, sorry, tar minus tvf and the name of the file, that is a.tar. So as you can see, it will display all the directories that we have in that tar file. Again, now we have an existing tar file and we want to add another directory to that file. We want to append a directory to that file. How to do that? Let me create a directory named Linux. Okay, and now I want to add this directory into our existing tar file. How to do that? Now we will simply add a command here, a new option here, tar minus r, v f, r for recurring, v for verbose, and f for file name. Tar rvf linux, and we will add it to our existing tar file. Sorry. We first need to specify the tar file name and the file that we want to append. Okay, so again, if we want to list all the directories that we have in our tar file, we can do that using tar minus tvf a.tar. As you can see that the Linux file, the Linux folder has been appended to the list. Easy. What next? So what we can do to untar that files. If we really want, let me delete these folders. What shall we do to unzip that file, the tar file? It's again simple. Remember the xf command, xf option, and you should mention the file name, the tar file name. Okay, we have successfully unzipped that file. So let's end this video now. In this video, we actually learned the basic file structure, the basic file management actually. We learned the type of files we have. We learned some of the commands to create, remove a directory and files. We also learned about some compression tools like gzip and tar. In the next video, I'm going to teach you about Vim Editor, how to edit the text in a Vim Editor. It's quite a handy tool, and as a Linux user, you should be familiar with that. So just stay tuned, and please don't forget to subscribe my video And if you like that, please click on the like button. Thank you.